All right, before we get into it, let me set the scene real quick. A few days ago, Sheikh Uthman went up against 10 Christians in a debate. And let's just say it straight, Uthman got destroyed.
There are movies called Almighty Bruce, right? They're movies given that.
You mean the movie Bruce Almighty?
Sure, why not?
Okay, we've all seen the movie. No, we've all seen the movie. No, we've all seen the movie.
The Christians did a serious job, but what Uthman did right after, trust me, that's going to leave you speechless. Are you ready? Then let's get into it.
The second prompt, which is the Bible, is not the perfectly preserved words of God, free from errors or human tampering. None of them chose to debate this point. None of them, all of you guys sitting here, all of you guys.
No one's sitting there.
Whoa!
No one is sitting there.
I was actually, I mean, it's still messed up that he gets to record stuff the next day to be inserted after. I mean, he already had his conclusion. Then they let him record another conclusion. Now he's recording another conclusion, right? So he had his conclusion. Then he had his conclusion before the guy did the little advertisement. Now he gets to give another conclusion. But at least he was saying they didn't address it. But then he starts saying, "Oh, you guys." He's pretending he's pretending that he's calling them out in the room there. They're not even there, guys. This is the next day. He put on the same clothes.
Next day.
It was one thing. It was bad enough that him demanding that he gets to go and add things to the thing and add fact checks and things like that. But now he's just pretending that they're all there. Let me back this up slightly. Look at him doing this.
None of them, all of you guys sitting here, all of you guys that flew out from different cities.
He caught himself not being deceptive. All of them yesterday. No, I'm all of you sitting here right here and before me. Yes, you, Avery, and you, Sig, who are all here with me in this room right now because it's the same day. This is bad, man.
Meanwhile, Sig's they're all like on planes outside of,
they're gone.
the moderators who are filming him.
Yeah, that's bad.
Did you not feel tired of your? Did you not feel ashamed of yourself filming this guy talking to a bunch of people that don't exist?
It's weird because if you go to their channel, sometimes they get like really good views on their videos. Like, you expect them to be more professional than this. This is really bad.
You're basically doing a hate crime thing against like it's a similar vibe.
Yeah.
He's talking to the guy.
Ketchup packet, yeah.
The ketchup packet incident. He's talking to the guy. What do you know about Islam? And pretending to be stabbed at the same time. Yeah. Oh, I watched your video. This is the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's being stabbed and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. All right, Sal. Let's go ahead and see what he does with it. Let's see.
None of them, all of you guys sitting here, all of you guys that flew out from different cities and different countries even, didn't even dare to choose this prompt, and that tells you something that they know they cannot defend this prompt. Bible,
by the way, this is a lie too.
Perfectly preserved.
Again, he left because he had an appointment. No one just said, "Oh, we don't want to debate it." Avery was getting up to debate it. He said, "I have to go." He left. He's the one that left. So it's not even like he's pretending they're in the room. He's not. No one is there except for him and the host or whoever's filming this, the film crew, whatever. Also, he's making it sound like something happened that never happened. He's just a complete liar.
He probably left. He's like, "Oh, I'll leave for an appointment, pretend that there's no time for this, and then come back and pretend they ran from the point."
That's what he's doing.
The next day.
Yep. All right. I rewound it a little bit here. Let's.
You guys that flew out from different cities and different countries even, didn't even dare to choose this prompt, and that tells you something that they know they cannot defend this prompt. Bible is not the perfectly preserved words of God. The Qur'an is. Go check it out.
Whoa! Hey, he just claimed that the Quran is the perfectly preserved words. I mean, look at this. One, he said, the Bible is not the perfectly preserved. If you mean perfectly preserved, in the Dawa sense of dot for dot, letter for letter, I've never met a Christian who thinks the Bible doesn't contain textual variants and stuff like that. You can go to any Christian bookstore and find books on New Testament textual criticism. You can open up any study Bible. Almost any Bible will include footnotes at the bottom to tell you when there's a textual variant. Here's the thing. Islam has that too. Islam has that in Quran manuscripts too. You guys just lie about it. So, I mean, think about this. If you're talking about dot for dot, letter for letter, perfect preservation from the time it was revealed down to the present, not one letter of variation and stuff like that, Christians won't defend this because Christians don't believe that. And Islam is the Quran is the one that's been perfectly preserved. No, it hasn't. That's a lie. Sheikh Uthman, Hey, Jai, you willing to debate Sheikh Uthman on perfect preservation of the Quran, dot for dot, letter for letter?
I'll even do it in that studio.
Okay, so you're willing. DOC, would you be willing to debate him on that?
Yes, please.
Okay, I
Yes.
would too. We all would, Sheikh Uthman. We would all be happy to debate you on the perfect preservation of the Quran, which you just asserted. You just asserted the Quran has been perfectly preserved.
No, this is how you have to do it. Sheikh Uthman, you're in the room with us right now, and you don't want to debate this. Why don't you want to debate it, Sheikh Uthman?
You're sitting right in front of me right now, and you can't even answer this point.
Hey, that's weird that he's with you guys because he's right here with me. Hey, Sheikh Uthman, you willing to face us on the perfect preservation of the Quran? Hey, where you going? Why are you running, man? Why are you running? Oh my goodness, Sheikh Uthman just ran out of the room as soon as we challenged.
Whoa.
Hey, where you going, man? Oh, what a coward. Oh, what a coward. It's crazy. If we did something like that, Muslims would suddenly be like, oh, that's the most deceptive thing ever. But their guys do it. They just don't care, man. They just don't care.
I already know how he's gonna then. He won't touch the Quran at all.
Oh yeah, just go.
He will
25 scholars of the Bible.
Yeah, he won't even address anything about the Qur'an. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Because he can't even read Arabic. How is he going to read no Qur'an? He can't even read the original Quran. Surah 1 he can't read. Surah 1 verse 4. How is he going to read the alternative ones?
The witness of Scripture is clear. Jesus is presented as ontologically God. He is presented as Yahweh. In Psalm 102, it says that in the beginning, you laid the foundation of the earth. The heavens are the works of your hands. And we see that echoed verbatim in Hebrews chapter 1, where God the Father says to the Son, in the beginning, Lord, you laid the foundations of the earth. The heavens are the work of your hands. The language is very clear. Jesus is identified as the creator. Secondly, Jesus both implicitly and explicitly claims to be God. He accepts worship in John 20:28 when Thomas says to him, my Lord and my God. In John, in various parts in the gospel, he forgives sins, which the religious leaders identified was something that only God could do. And they had an objection with this. Jesus makes claims such as John 8:58, before Abraham was, I am. He was alluding to Exodus 3:14, where Yahweh reveals his identity to Moses as the source of existence. And the Jewish opponents understood that, and they wanted to stone him. John 10:30, I and the Father are one. Once again, they wanted to stone him for claiming to be God. In John's, it's interesting you brought up John 17:3, because in the next two verses, John 17:5, Jesus says, Father, glorify me with the glory I had with you before the world began. But Isaiah 42:8 says, I am Yahweh. I will not give my glory to another. So how then can Jesus claim to share eternal glory with the Father if Yahweh does not give his glory to another? And so I just want to end with there's various more Old Testament verses which we see in connection to Jesus's role and his earthly ministry. For example, in Zechariah 10, this is a future Zechariah 2, verse 10 to 13. This is a future prophecy, hasn't been fulfilled yet, but it says, the Lord said he is coming to live amongst his people, and he will unite all nations together. And then you will know that the Lord has sent me. The Lord is saying, the Lord will come to live among his people, and then you will know the Lord has sent me. So in Hebrews chapter 1, we see the Father also calling Jesus God. He says, your throne, O God, will last forever.
In the Christian Study Bible, it says, your throne forever and ever. This translation is quite doubtful. The context of the Son being contrasted with the angels is what is being present in the context. So what it is that God, your God, is actually that your God is the one giving you the authority. There's again Christian NET Bible study saying here Jesus is not being called God, rather your throne by the authority of your God. Again, not my understanding. You can go home and research this more.
So here's Hebrews chapter 1 verse 8. But of the Son he says, your throne, O God, is forever and ever, and a righteous scepter is the scepter of your kingdom. Now, without even going to the footnote here, I've heard a Hebrew scholar talk about this before, because obviously he's quoting from the Old Testament, from the Psalms, chapter 45, verse 7. And there's a very, very doubtful way you can render it, which they don't, basically there's a reason why no translation renders it this way, but they translate it as that the throne is forever and ever. Sorry. Your throne, O God, is forever and ever, and a scepter, and a righteous scepter is the scepter of your kingdom. Okay, now you go to it and it says, your throne is God forever and ever. That's another way you can render it, but it's very doubtful. That's why it says, it's telling you, or possibly your throne, God is forever. So it's saying your throne is God forever and ever. So that's another way you can render it. But what are they saying there? They're saying this translation is quite doubtful.
Not the verse.
Not the one that she read.
The alternative one.
Yeah.
It says your throne is God.
So your throne, O God, is forever and ever, or your throne is God forever and ever. That's what they're saying is the doubtful translation.
Yeah.
So he's completely like messing it on his head, and they give it a number of reasons. They say in the context, the Son is being contrasted to the angels and is presented as being far better than they. This imagery of God being the Son's throne would seem to be of God being his authority. If so, in what sense could this not be said of the angels? Because you could say that about the angels as well, that, that
their throne is God.
Yeah, their throne is God as well, if that's what it means. So then it goes on to say, in what sense is the Son thus contrasted with the angels? So it only makes sense if there's a contrast, which is like he's above the angels. He's not equal to the angels, he's above them. And he completely misreads it.
So it doesn't mean that Jesus is not God. They just have an alternative way to say it, and they're saying that alternative way is wrong.
Yeah.
But the verse as it is.
I'll just read it. I'll read it one more time, and I'll say it just one more time. So here it is. So, but of the Son, he says, your throne, O God, is forever and ever. Okay. Now, there's another way you could render the Hebrew or the Greek, which is that your throne is God forever and ever. Now, what Uthman did was he took the reading, your throne, O God, is forever and ever, and he said that that's the doubtful translation.
When it's actually the other translation in the footnote, that's the doubtful.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so guys, everyone watching. Sheikh Uthman goes to a footnote. He has a serious pattern of having a problem representing footnotes accurately, either because he doesn't understand them at all, he's barely literate like his prophet, or it's a deliberate misrepresentation. But talking about Jesus says, it calls him God. Your throne, O God, is forever and ever. And so Anita brings this up. Sheikh Uthman goes to his NET where it says, given the Greek, there would be another way to translate this, but it doesn't work because it doesn't make a lot of sense. So you stick with the normal translation, because the alternative translation, given the Greek, doesn't make any sense. He acts like they're denying the normal translation.
Oh man.